Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, I could do the review of the Hydro today and look at the details, but I've done a review on it before, and I quite like it. It's a little bit expensive, but quite a nice little tank. But yeah, I'm getting loads of requests for a review of the updated Lurva since my last Lurva review a year or so ago. So here goes. The tank itself has had a couple of buffs. The mobility, the engine's been increased to 1,000 hit points horsepower to give a specific power of 11.04. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is an improvement. Then we come to the armour itself. The hull is 150 on the front and 100 on the sides, where it used to be only 80 on the sides. So let's have a look and compare it. Let's get in and do some comparisons. So let's go to the compare side. I was doing some. These are the last comparisons I was doing on the Steyr and the Jagdtiger. So let's have a look at Tier 8 heavy tanks. And we could do some interesting comparisons. So, well, we're going to go for the Lurva first. Now let's look for something American. Let's go for the M6. Boom, add those. Let's take these out. Actually, if we're doing this comparison, we may as well put the T-34 in, because that's always a solid, neat tank to have in. And in fact, let's go for the IS-3A, the IS-5, oh, not the IS-5, KV-5, and, well, the P. And there we go, T-34. So let's check out how this compares at the moment. So Lurva is the best at spotting, which is nice, according to this. So let's look at the details. My view range, 430 meters. So you're looking, in comparison to the IS-3, you're looking 80 meters more, the same as the KV-5. Even the T-34, you're looking 50 better. The E1, 50 better, and the P, both of these I have set up very, very strongly. So we're running 19 meter view range more than the 5E. The Patriot. So it's the view range is one thing. So this basically, you've got to think of this as being a long range sniping monster. Now we come to the survivability and the firepower. Firepower alpha is an issue, but it's got a similar alpha to the Alien. It's better than the fast firing 90mm of the Patriot. The KV-5 is a slightly worse gun. So it's a faster firing, medium gun, very much like the Patriot. It's a 107mm gun off the top of my head, which isn't bad at all. So in a way, it's got a similar gun to the 105mm on the E1. So these have got similarities with neither of them having the greatest penetration, but the KV-5 is worse than the Alien. The IS-3A, well, it's got a better alpha. We then come to the shots per rate of fire. The E5 is better. The Lurva has only got 5.33, but it's better than the T-34. So let's have a look at the average damage. The Alien is 1680, sort of these setups have got. The Lurva is running 1700, so it's better than by about 40 to the T-34, which is quite nice. The KV-5 is the best, low firing, low penetration gun, even better than the IS-3A. So then we look at the aim time, 2.68 seconds, quite a slow aim time, but faster than the T-34, slower than just about everything else. The KV-5 is actually slower, but that's about the only exception. Then we come to the accuracy. The accuracy is the best in the whole range. 0.31 dispersion, incredibly accurate. followed by the T-34, and then the Patriot. So you've got an accurate gun. Now we look at the punchiness. The punchiness of the guns, well, the best is the T-34. Next, we are looking at the Löwe, 176 to 293, so just under 300, sort of 175-ish to 300. But you can see the range. So it's quite a nice range, just under 300 mil of penetration with standard from 176. Very, very nice. Better by approximately 5 or 10 than the Patriot. The Alien is way down. The KV-5 is the worst, and the IS-3A is okay. So it's better than the Alien, and not far behind the Patriot. The KV-5 is just awful. So what you're looking at is quite an accurate gun, very good in comparison to its peers at long range. Good punchiness to allow you to hit the targets and get through, and if you need to, it's running APCR to allow you to bump up your penetration if you need it on solid targets. So you've got more accuracy than the rest. Then let's have a look at the survivability. Hit points, 1500 hit points is quite an average for these in the tier. The most is the KV-5 with 1780. The IS-3A's got 1550, and the Löwe is above that average of 1500 with their 1650, which is quite nice. So it's second in the tier, above these 1500s, which you find in most of the tanks of this level. Very, very nice. We then come to the turret armor. It says that the turret is 120 mil, but the angling and sloping is incredibly tough, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. Then we have a look at the hull armor, 150 compared, but it's angled and sloped. The KV-5 is 180, but it's not greatly angled, and it's got a couple of weak spots. The M6, very, very nice front plate, 191 mil sloped and hardly any weak spots. Very, very surprising, very, very nice. The IS-3, 110 looks weak, but the angling and sloping on the pike nose, if it's hull down, it's just going to laugh at you unless you can pick the shots and manage to winkle one in there. So let's have a look. Then we come to the mobility. Power to weight, it's not very good. 11.1 compared to 11.9. So the KV-5 is even better, but the worst is the 10.6 of the IS-3A, so watch out for that. The T-34 is 12.4, not the greatest, and the M6 has got 14.3. So the Alien, very, very nimble in comparison, with the best of class being the Patriot. Very, very nice indeed. Then you come to the speeds. The 29 of the Patriot of the Alien lets it down. With 10 backwards is an issue, but it's made up for by the armour, which allows you to get back out of position. The Löwe, very nice at 35, with 15 in reverse, which is the top of tier, joint top with the other two, the Patriot and the 3A. And now, forward, 35 is no slouch. It's at this tier, you're looking a lot which can do around about 40. The best is the Patriot with 40.2. The T-34 also has 35, the same as the Löwe, but the KV-5 and the 3A have also got 40, but that 40.2 is the leader for the Patriot. But 35 is okay. Traversing, 26, better than the Alien, a lot better than T-34, better than the KV-5, not a lot in it compared to the IS-3, but the best is the Patriot with that medium turret and a medium gun. So that's the basic mobility. We'll have a look at exactly how it performs on different terrains in a minute, and have a closer look at the armour. Then concealment, 6%, better than the Alien. In fact, 6.9%. It's not far behind. It's 2% worse than the 3A, which is the best of class. And in comparison to the Patriot, it's actually better camouflage than the Patriot, which is surprising, but it is. we've had a look at the spotting, so let's have a look at the... Let's have a look. Bear with me a second. Having a look at the mobility. Against the alien, on hard resistance it's the same at 1.14. On medium terrain it's 1.43, so it's better on medium terrain. On soft terrain it's got a resistance of 2.29, better than the 2.86 of the alien, which is pretty good actually. Anyway, so the Löwe is improved with the better power. Hasn't got such a good power to weight with that 3 that we were looking at. The gun, the shell cost, they cost more, 30 more for the Löwe than the alien. The alien is more cost effective by 30, a whole 30 credits, but every little bit helps. Then we come to the, let's have a look. Yeah, penetration we sorted out, dispersion and moving. So on the move, it's better by 0.2 compared to 0.22, so it's about 10% improvement above the M6, which is quite nice in its own right. So the Löwe moving is very, very good. Now let's have a look at the 3D model of this. Now the changes that the side of it is now 100mm angling, and if firing over a ridge angled like this, basically Bounce City 200 from 215mm, 214mm at the lowest point, going up auto bounce zones, ricochets from this frontal plate from 294 up to 325 ish. The lower plate, if you're stupid enough to show it, is 150mm, but firing over a ridge, if ever you're stupid enough to show this bit, then it's your own fault. The front plate of the beak that used to be weak is now 250 equivalent, or 225mm of armor. This used to be a weak spot and people used to aim for it. It's not a weak spot anymore. The turret, you think, oh, 120mm, but it's got spaced armor above it, 430, 600, 200. Around the gun mantlet there's a small area here which you can potentially get through, which is only 200mm, but it's a very small target. Firing over a ridge, that's firing down at you. You're looking generally 4 to 5. Thin area down there was just under 300, so 291mm we found. At the sides, you're looking to, there's an area just then which was 260, but there's thin areas. The rest, you're looking 3 to 400mm of effective armor. This, working a ridgeline, is absolutely fantastic. So this is how the tank looks now. So let's have a look at the full model. So this is what it looks like. Incredibly tough because of the angling and sloping around here. The mantlet, not the mantlet, the command scapola, you're looking 80mm, but it's up above the tank. Incredibly small target. If you can hit it, it's effectively from 80, but generally about 200-ish, 180 to 250mm if you can catch it. But it's such a small target, even from here when we're trying to get it, it's really difficult to hit. And if he's moving, putting the gun in the way, it's an issue. Underneath, there is a slight weak spot underneath the gun. The turret ring is a weak spot of only 175mm underneath. But if he's moving his gun down, you won't see it, and if he's firing over a ridge, it'll be covered by this plate, so you won't see it. But this is a weak spot on the Löwe. So without further ado, let's get back and actually get into a game as though it's the first game in the Löwe. So I'm just going to have I need to stop for a second, and I will carry this on and do a first game again for you. Right, let's get in. I've just moved the picture so you can actually see down in the bottom corner what's happening on the map. So let's get into this game as though it's the first game with the Löwe. So we'll see what we can do. I don't know what map we're going to be on. I don't know who's going to be playing, what the team setups are going to be. So you've got a good... Okay, it's a tier 10 game. Not the best. So we can do what we can do. We'll need to get through some serious players. And let's go and have a look. So I'm thinking, depending on the side we're on, okay, with this side, let's go down the ice road and use the turret to best effect. Now, the bottom line, 230, 294. I always like to get the first shot in, and it's not just about the penetration, it's the additional speed of shot. I know that sounds a bit strange, but to make sure it hits where you're aiming first time is quite an issue. Now look at this, you can feel the difference in the power. The additional horsepower of the engine, you can tell with the moving that it is better. The ground resistance is good, and it's got a bigger engine, so we're able to get up. We're now approaching 30 kph. We'll be able to get to that 35 kph quite nicely. Oh, we've just hit this rise, so it's not so good coming up this tiny rise. But we're going to pick up speed on the other side. We're going to come in behind the AMX, work the ridge. Hope that the RT hasn't got this this corner being watched for. Now, he's got no frontal armour. I'm going to try and not get in his way and try and shoot down to the corner. The E5 is going ahead. What's he going to spot? That shows that he's red. He's not such a good player in the E5. Hopefully, if there was someone there, he would have spotted them, which means they're pushing in a different direction. So I want to help. These guys are pushing up. We've got the E100 on the hill. We've got a medium. We've got the TVP in the centre. So I'm going to push back. Get ready to defend these. Our E3 is pushing across the bridge. We've got the RU in the centre. I'm going to move up high, so I'm going to push and try and get shots in. And we're losing tanks down around about H2. I'm going to move up and try and get shots in. If they push our guys back, the 704 pushing back, I'm going to try and get a shot. Let's switch to standard. We've just got the 90 down on the hill, the 1390. I'm going to try and get a shot on him, work this ridge, fire across into the centre, help control and stop the guys pushing up around the corner at HJ3. See what I can see from up here. We are losing. They're pushing very, very strongly. Now maybe if I'd had premium, that would have got there in time. See, that's the thing. Speed of shot over distance. It's an issue. It's definitely an issue. We're about to cap the base, and I'm all that's here guarding this section. And they're starting to push this corner like I was expecting. I also expect if they're down in the middle, they could be pushing around towards our M53. Our Louvre and the others have held. I had a feeling it was going to go pear-shaped in the centre and down this flank. Cool, spotted him. Let's switch to HE. If he pops up, I can hopefully get a shot in and take him to pieces, followed by a standard round. He's gone. Uh-oh. Let's try and get RT safe. Guy, what the hell? Our team have just have all completely died on the other flank. Try and angle properly. Goodness me. What a team. The armour is fantastic. The arty's focusing on me. So look at this 15, now 20 kph going backwards. Let's try and make it difficult for Arty if they're going to poke over. Let's get ready for them coming around the corner. See what we can do. The accuracy is pretty good. Just such a pity about the rest of our team. It really is. What? Yeah. Very bouncy still. Yeah. Yeah, too many. You saw how bouncy the armor was. We'll have a look at the. So this is it's a good show of the mobility, the view range, the ability of the turret to bounce things. Even then, you know, you can only do what you can do. If you're not able to do things, if the rest of the team doesn't work with you, the Löwe isn't one that can just take it. Oh, we still got a box out of it. Let's have a look. So we got a box. Let's see what we did. So details, 2 shots. That's just awful. Yeah, one bounce on the 50B, which is surprising. So let's see. Let's have a look. So 4 shots, 3 hit, bounced 1600, lost 21,000, but we were using food, so bear with me. Let's have a look. So 50B bounced 2 shots, the Centurion bounced 2 shots from close range with its fantastic gun. So it's a very nice, you know, the armor is effective, the gun is effective, the view range is good, the mobility is a lot better than it was, the armor is a lot better than it was. So, sadly it was a defeat, but this is... you need that support of your team, you need the positioning. I was trying to help them, but they just completely lost it. But it is what it is. So, this is me. That was the game. And, yeah, I like the changes. It's made it what it should have been all along. So, thank you, Wargaming. Yes, is it worth it? Yes, it's a lot more worth it than it used to be. Slightly lower damage per minute, but the tank itself is very, very good. So yeah, it's now the package that should have been all of these years. So thank you, Wargaming. So it's a double thumbs from the bear for the Löwe. Finally, yes, you can see the team lets you down, but this tank itself is a strong. They had to mob it to be able to deal with it because it's that strong, and that says it all. So that's me, Gaming Bear, signing out. And it was a tier tank game, you know, not the best, but this is it, straight out of the box. The Löwe. In its natural environment. Oh, let's open the box. So I'll show you the Löwe, how it looks. Oh, tier 2s. Cool, that's fine. So, the Löwe. Very, very nice. Strong turret. Very, very neat tank. And a lot better than it used to be. They've made some little modifications, extra armour, all the rest of it. This is very, very nice now. And I recommend this tank. It's finally a very nice, fun. It's much more fun to play. It used to be a pain in the arse. Right, let's get into this game. So see what we can do for this game 2. Now, this isn't one of mine. I've done many ace games in it before. So this is Ojnatap. So let's speed this up and watch what he can do with the Löwe. So that's it, we'll get in, speed this up a bit. So here we are on Tundra, looking very, very, very nice indeed. So we'll watch what he does, and his loadout is 56, 20 and 4. So he's going for the hill. Only he's getting a push. His friend is helping him out. Very, very nice. Now that makes it. Now pushing him up, you saw 40 kph then, but he'll be able to do it on his own anyway. Up to 36, up to 35. He's up to 36 at the moment, but that's really, really helpful of the CDC, helping him quite a lot and thinking it's about time for him to get there himself. So they're not really not expecting a Löwe here. Have you ever seen a Löwe in this place? Oh, look at that shot then. I almost missed that. So coming up, let's speed this back up and not miss that shot. So, as I'll say it again, as I've said many times, this is a free cam. Oh look, I'm aiming behind. It's a bot. Oh look, it's a bot. It's aiming over there. It's not where the turret is. It's a bot. No, it's not. It's a free cam. For all of you who don't know what a free cam is, when you're recording like this, you look round. When you're playing it, yes, you look normally, but when you've got a free cam mode and you're watching, so there he is, on the move, aiming over, and he was blinking close to the CDC, but he got the shot in. Very, very nice on the T20. So they're hiding in. He's taking a shot from the M6 straight in, and that probably would have hit the let's see where that's hit. Probably the turret. He's looking over. What can he see? He knows the M6. There he is. That's where the M6 is. That's who just shot at him. Shots incoming. Bouncing shots from the M6. And then we got the Spic coming in. Few tanks up there. The Fury wants a piece. The Spic wants a piece. The T20, the T44. Oh. He's just taken another hit from the Spic. He's bouncing shots like nobody's business. The armour on this, the little blue marks, you can see and that's just working the slope. Look at this gun depression. This is what I wanted to show, and the lower plate there. All of these shots, you know, he hasn't even angled the front plate. You know, very, very neat indeed. The only one that he's taken so far is 120 points from the M6. Everything else has bounced. Now he's backing off. He's realised the Spic is trying to get round. I call it a Spic. And then a snapshot on the Fury as he's moving back. The accuracy on this gun is very, very good. So he's pulling down to... I'll show you the angle. So he's firing down. Basically, they can see the top of the turret, and that's the strongest part of the Löwe. Incredibly strong. Now, coming over there, we've got the IKV, T44 up on the hill. MT trying to get through. Oh, yes, shot in on the MT. Oh, yeah, have some. And then he takes a tracking shot. Shot from the T20 using APCR. One shot bounced, second one went in. Took his tracks off, and then boom. Oh, yeah. Bit of revenge there. Nice bit of revenge. 1-5. Well, how would you... Right now, how would you be feeling? You're thinking 3, 4, 5 or so tanks. Here he is with his friend in the Comet. There's an Oni behind them. It's a bit of a precarious position. Not for much longer. He didn't need the ammo rack. He was probably expecting the Oni to shoot him. He's been tracked again. He's used his repair kit already. And he's probably feeling a little bit insecure. fires over a warning shot, takes a shot from the Spic. The armour, even flat on, is still bouncing shots. Another shot bounced from the Fury. He's angling like that. Very, very neat indeed. Boom! Another one gone. Another one bites the dust and then bounces the 46 KR. They're probably thinking, what is this tank? It's only a Löwe. I've never seen a Löwe on the hill before. Löwes don't bounce shots. They do with this armour. The Löwe never gets up on the hill. The new one does. Tracking shot. He's just bouncing shot. This angle, his tracks and the 18mm at the side are eating the shots. He's angling, the front plate's in the right position, and then he's got the turret. So they're just pulling back. They're not coming around the side. Now this was 3 of them. They could have easily mobbed him by moving in like you saw on my replay. That's the only way. If the guys in my game had done the same thing like this, I could have taken them to pieces. That was what I was hoping for. But these guys aren't using their advantage in numbers. They're poking one at a time. And he just shot his friend in the track. Was I right there? Did he just shoot his friend in the track? And that M6 is probably swearing at him in chat. Another crit taking the track off. But he's still there. It's 6-9. He's holding this flank all on his own. He's asking for help. But, oh yeah, and he gets a shot in. He gets a crit, but no permanent damage. Now, at the moment, he's on WAN8 of 6638. 2,300 points of damage. And these 3 guys are thinking, we're facing a Löwe. I've never seen a Löwe like this before. Well, this is the Löwe Mark II. The M6 is gone. The Fury is next. He's got a friend coming up to help. There's the shot in over on the KR. Take a shot, but it was another bounce. Yet another bounce. And that looks like it was just on the rear of the tank there. Still angled. And he's now using this M6 that he took out for cover. So he's only showing that angled side or the turret. Oh, and then another takedown. 10-11. They've just won the hill. And then there's that old T20. Finally takes a shot. Now, where did that hit? Just at the side. Angled, but not angled enough to defend. The T20's got quite a nice gun. Oh, and the Mutz is coming in. Working together. Mutz is going round. Right, over, back on the hill. We've got the ISU and an IS-6 behind. Boom, 300, slight high shot. And then he's moving up into position, trying to get a rear shot on the T20. Oh, T20 takes him down. Oh, he misses. Oh, that's not when you want to miss. And he bounces another shot. Oh, and on the move. Oh, ho, ho. They're being capped. He's got high caliber. There's the IS-6. I can see it. Let me pause again to remind you, this is a free cam. It's not a bot. It's, yeah, you know. So back to this. He's not using aimbot. He's just doing a blinking good job. Wow! Another takedown. 7 kills. 10,800 WN8, efficiency at 3,000. Let's have an efficiency 3,800 at this stage, and there's still 1 tank to go. This is the Panther II. So, let's check the mobility. 2 tracks are down, and he's still climbing the hill. There he is, going up the hill. 12 kph, but he's got 2 wrecked tracks, you know. So he's up on the hill. Löwe is fantastic for working hills. He used to have that problem, but now with the gun depression, it's not a problem. So, see, this is me aiming him in, not him. It's a free cam, not an aimbot. I'm just fed up of putting in the comments about what things are. There is the Jagdpanther 2. He's aiming for the lower plate, then pulling back into cover. And now he's angling that 80mm side, waiting for the gun to reload. Jagdpanther 2's got a neat. See, and he's tried a return shot. The Löwe was able to snapshot. The gun accuracy is good enough to be able to snap a shot. And he's trying to get away. Can he get away? Not from the Löwe. Not from the Löwe Mark II. And he's taken the tracks off. He's pinned him in place, right in the open. Well, not with enough showing. Boom! That is the final takedown. 8 kills. Sorry, there's 1 tank left. 1 tank left. That's 8 kills. 15,000 WN8 so far. Here he is, up on the hill. Oh, and there is the Ferdi. He now is a full health Ferdi. Snapshot 322. The Ferdi's going to be aiming, and he bounces. The turret, you see where he was aiming for the Command's cupola. It looks like a heat shot as well with all the sparks. And then back. Ferdi's trying to run away. Straight through. 298 points. The Ferdi's still trying to get away. Another shot in. 286. Oh yeah. He's changing positions. He's now hunting Ferdi's. Can he see him? They've both got good view range. The Löwe's got better view range. They're roughly on the same sort of hit points. But it's 1-on-1. Ooh, and he's firing over there, both in very, very secure positions. He's going for a corner shot. Oh, they were both 2 shots. Now the Ferdi is a 1 shot. He's trying to dink back and forth to try and draw out that shot. Can he do it again? Yes! He shoots. He scores. The crowd goes wild. Wow. And that is how he did it. 21,500 WN8. Let's have a look at those post-game stats. Here we go. Right. Mastery, the Ace Tanker, lots of other awards. Radley Walters, Steel Wall, High Caliber, and Top Gun, of course. 199, almost 200,000 credits. 1,568 base experience. Not a bad job, if you want to say so. So let's have a look. All of these tanks, all of this damage. Let's have a closer look at what was done. 7,177 damage, 9 kills, 2,050 base experience, 2,050. What's that say at the front? Sorry, yes, sorry, not 1,500. 15,000 experience. Silly bear. I'm not used to these sorts of numbers. So yeah, base experience, 2050 experience. 10 awards, 9 kills, 7,100 damage in a Löwe. Just amazing. 29 shots, 27 hit, 26 of those penetrated. Accuracy, penetrative value, damage, incredible. Blocked 4.3, almost 4.4 thousand damage. Took 27 shots, 22 of which didn't penetrate. Only 5 of the 27 penetrated. The armor mix is amazing. The gun depression is fantastic. That's difference. The upgrade of the gun depression, very good. Allows you to maximize the turret even more, so you don't have to show your hull. It makes the Löwe what it should have been all along. Now, a lot of ammo used, still came away with 135,000 credits, which is okay for anyone's game. 3,075 basic experience. It was a ×5 plus a bonus for 15,683. 3,075, even if he'd won a game previously. You're looking, it's huge. It's just a huge game. This is the Löwe. It's the way they've changed it. This is what it should have been all along. They've now made it into the tank that it should have been all these years. It's there. I don't think it needs anything else. It's definitely, looking at this, it doesn't need anything else. You just need to be in the right place at the right time and to make it happen, and to have people with you so you don't get mobbed. He was lucky that they didn't push around, that they kept poking one at a time to try and take him down. Whereas in my game, they all rushed because they knew they had to rush. In this, they didn't have the experience. Higher level, tier 10, you will face a similar situation as I had, where they know they've got to take you all in a mob. If they come at you one at a time, you can do this to them. So it depends who you're playing, depends on the level. It's going to be somewhere in between the two. Is it good? Yep, definitely. Is it worth the money? Yep, definitely. Finally. And yeah, I feel a little bit sad for those guys and girls who've sold it in between, going, this is a pile of pants. Well, it's not a pile of pants anymore. It is fantastic. It's a really, really good tank. It's really strong. It's what it should always have been. This is, like I said in the other one, that this is the equivalent of the Löwe. This is like the Löwe M, like the E50 up to the E50M. This is the old Löwe with all of the problems. This is the Löwe Mark II. The Löwe Mark II, yeah, definitely, it's worth it. So, that's it. But yes, this is a great tank. I'm the Gaming Bear. I'm going to sign off now. And so, see you soon and have fun. I hope you've enjoyed this. And I'm just so glad this is finally the tank it should have been all these years. And it finally got there. Hooray, thank you, Wargaming. See you guys, and Happy New Year. Bye. Now it's fun. That mobility has made all the difference. The gun is just as good as it was. The armour is slightly better than it was, and it was no slouch with the armour. Now you've got the mobility to go with it. So yes, I recommend this tank. Finally, yes. See you soon, guys. Bye.